I'm recording, FYI, I think. I am now recording. And we're not a huge group, but if there's someone who can is willing to volunteer to help monitor the chat in case I get super distracted, that would be awesome. Anyone willing to chat monitor for me if need be? Thank you, Miss Romano. I appreciate that. And then I'm cool. If someone can just, someone knows when this session ends, I'm just gonna set myself a timer. How long do we run? 10:50?
I think we go to 10:45. I can be timekeeper.
All right, if you could do that for me, that'd be great, because I can't do that when I teach, let alone when I'm doing it.
No problem.
And then session note wise, my hope for this is really that everyone is just in and sharing and dropping ideas. And I see some people are already in there, but last night I was I would love to curate this kind of database for teachers and educators. So in my session notes, I linked in just a simple spreadsheet, which might freak people out, but I love spreadsheets. And I just started brainstorming, what do I follow? Who do I follow? What platform are they on? And why am I following them? So my hope is that if you have anyone good that you follow, or you have a hashtag that you follow, feel free to hop on in here and share away, because that's what this is about. Or if you just have a broad question about, I don't know, anything with social media and professional learning networks, ask away. What are your particular needs? What are you looking for in this? Or is anyone in here totally new to social media and using social media professionally?
I use a lot of Instagram, but I do not know how to use, I don't really know the Twitter world.
So do you have educators that you follow on Instagram?
Yeah, I follow a lot of educators on Instagram.
Can you would you be willing to share?
Yeah, I'll try to put as many as I can in here.
Or you can even screen share and show. So I'll be real, the way you feel about Twitter is the way I feel about Instagram. I had people yelling at me yesterday because I couldn't figure out how to follow them back on Instagram. Miss, I don't know Instagram. My Twitter game is strong. My Instagram is non-existent.
Well, the thing I like about Instagram is they have the stories. So if you follow a lot of the teacher people, and then you can just watch stories real quick, and a lot of them are funny too, and they just share real things that are happening throughout their day and real life stuff. So I'll go through my list and try to link them all on here.
And I'm just gonna here, watch. You all can laugh as I try. So this is my Instagram. I don't know, who is this? It's probably random students. So if anything content wise on here is inappropriate, I apologize. I do follow some students who don't always have the most appropriate things in their names. But I'm gonna go see. I'm waiting for something Instagram. Yes, Dina Simmons is a great one. Is that you, Gabby, or is that someone else who put Dina in there? Because that is a good one.
It's me. It's me.
Yeah. Yeah. The tutu teacher. Here we go. So this is my attempt to all right. Oh, yeah. So Instagram stories, I don't wrap my head around stories very well. Oh my God, but there's a paw under there. Oh, so she's sharing out some books. I think Instagram's always, I think all social media is a little interesting because sometimes people merge so closely, like personal and professional together. So my home base is Twitter. My Twitter game is strong. And I don't even tweet anything most of the time. I just scroll and I constantly check. But one of the, I don't know if there's any history teachers here, but if you're like a high school history teacher, oh, you got followed by Cult of Pedagogy. Yeah, that's my girl. Jennifer Gonzalez is my girl. I'm actually going to start with her because that's my girl. I love Jennifer Gonzalez. She is the host of a blog, podcast, everything. The woman does everything, called Cult of Pedagogy. And my philosophy, like I'm pretty sure that if everyone just like read the Cult of Pedagogy and listened to that podcast regularly, we'd all be like the most amazing. I mean, we're already amazing teachers, but we'd be like amazing teachers on steroids, because this woman provides everything, like absolutely everything. And it's all like she researches everything and then she summarizes it. And then she synthesizes it for you. And it's just so perfectly packaged. And she makes me very, very happy. And it's, you know, a mixture of blog posts and podcasts. So if you're a reader, she's great. If you prefer listening, she's great. She is absolutely phenomenal to follow her and just read her stuff. Or just go to cultofpedagogy.com. But certainly being followed. See, she follows me also. That's like the badge that you've arrived when someone follows you and you're like, oh my God, they followed me. Content specific wise though, this teacher here, Amanda Sandoval, I don't think she's on Instagram. I think she's more of a Twitter presence, but she is a high school history teacher out in California. And the woman makes Google Slides that she should be selling professionally because they're that good. But she provides all of her stuff, most of her stuff for free. There's lots of free templates and things out there. I'm trying to see if she's released any slide decks recently that I can like immediately hop into. I did just steal and use her bentos box concept with my middle schoolers. But like, look, this is like, these are the things that she makes. She hand makes all of her slides and just creates like incredibly rich content, like bingo, but just with images. And it's beautifully designed and they're always just so visual. I need to find like one of her like legit full on. She does slide decks, she does breakouts, she does tweets out all kinds of amazing resources. Here we go. This is a Amanda Sandoval inspired slide deck using Pear Deck. But just the things that people have created based on her work is amazing. Just amazing interactive content for kids through slide decks. What does that mean, a phone it in Twitter person?
It mean I just like randomly like tweet stuff. Like I'm not like good at it. Like I'm just like, oh, I sort of created this, have it if you want it. Like
I think I've only ever really tweeted out one resource that I put together. It was a Flipgrid training and it was very well received. But like you'll see so many people credit her. Like this is her Bentos box template where she has, she gives students prompts and they're asked to curate a collection of images and then they have to write about the images and they just create these beautiful graphic representations of things. It's all just so visually pleasing, but also incredibly like rigorous. And she always like frames slide decks that are relevant to student. Here we go. So this is like her gift slide deck. She's always recreating content to be current and relevant. So I don't know, she's my number one go-to follow. And I've stolen a lot of her work to create with. I'm looking for my slides. Ooh, hello. Hello, Instagram. Right on with MSG. So I need freaking Andrea Harriet to get on here because I need her to show me her TikTok stuff. Because she's phenomenal for TikTok things. So let me go in and try to find someone on Instagram. There we go. Let's see what we got. So here I'm just scrolling through.
I feel like too, one thing I like I put on right on with Miss G.
I was just looking at.
Yeah. So like what I like about some of the ones like from Instagram is that they also have a blog so that you can like if you something catches your eye on the Instagram page, then you can like click it and like obviously get like more ideas.
Yeah. And I think that's something for me. Like, I think that's why I think I don't like Instagram as much because I want the words immediately. I feel like Twitter gives me like the words and the link.
Right. I'm more of a visual person, so.
Yeah, it's just, and I just have not been able, one, I don't understand how Instagram works other than like, I know how to post a picture, but.
And then I saw someone else also posted and I posted to the tutu teacher.
Mm-hmm.
I like diverse reads to help find books.
Yeah, so for Twitter world, I'm not an English teacher at all, but Pernille Rip is the founder of the Global Read Aloud, and she's on Twitter, very active on Twitter, and she's been, her shift over the past couple of years has been to diversify the text in her classroom. So she's always facilitating conversations and kind of brainstorming, what's a book, what's an age appropriate book that would address this? Can people give me ideas? She facilitates a lot of cool conversations like that. So for some of the people on here who are new to it, like, is it you're new to the platform itself or just we're new to using it professionally?
I'm new to it all around.
Okay.
I have Facebook, but I don't know Twitter or Instagram.
Are you?
So I was just trying to get a feel
Yeah. Are
for
you
it.
part of any Facebook educator groups?
Yeah, like the Teaching with Neons I've been on, but that's really about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say one of the things, like I didn't use Facebook for anything professionally until maybe last year, when I was invited to a couple of groups by my co-teacher. And those are actually, some of them are very helpful. There is for this year particularly, but probably ongoing, teachers using Google Classroom is like one of the most responsive communities to any questions you might ever have about Google Classroom.
Really?
Or like literally you can be like, my kids, I assigned this and the kid says they don't have it. What can I do? Pretty much you can ask any question over there and you'll have responses within an hour, probably faster. And they troubleshoot just about all things Google. You know, it says Google Classroom, but it's like all the things that go with that. They are very, very responsive.
Oh,
And
someone I forgot to put too, which I feel like she's on like a lot of platforms, is Shake Up Learning
yes, yeah.
Club, about her book a couple of years ago. And she also sends out emails, and I have found so many cool things from her, like with technology and Google.
So for Twitter, I use Twitter solely professionally. Like I don't have like, there is nothing about my Twitter account that is social at all. It started solely as a way to connect with educators and curate resources. And then it's expanded. I followed a lot of people recently who are engaged in a lot of equity work. And I follow a lot of people who push my thinking and, you know, who just challenge what we, oh, thank you. Who challenge things. So starting points on Twitter, one, I would follow anyone. If you have a Twitter account and you don't know where to start, I would start by following anyone who's put their Twitter handle in here. Because I retweet fairly frequently. Anyone who's on here, if they're retweeting or sharing content, that's like your first way to figure out who might I want to follow. So let's see what I retweeted recently. Who knows? Who knows what I've put out there? No. Sometimes I just retweet comical things like teach summer school or draw 25 cards. But I tend to stay closer to, you know, here we go, Dina Simmons, right? If you're unhappy at work, leave. You know, I just retweet things that might give you ideas of who to follow, who are educators that you might want to follow. Like Goldie Mohammed, absolutely. I don't know. I don't even know who a lot of these people are. I don't even necessarily follow these people, but if they put something out there that resonates with me, or like, see, look at this, like template to make a historical Zoom meeting. Like this is the link to design a Zoom meeting that could have happened back in the past. Like I now have that template document in here because it cracks me up. So following the people like right here, right now is your best first start because we already have followings and that'll direct you to who to follow.
Liz, I was going to tell you too, the cool thing about TikTok too, because you and I love spreadsheets because we're weird. And there's like a lot of really cool, like Google Sheets and Excel spreadsheets people to follow to get like cool tips on how to do stuff. So just so you know, I can share those with you later. I doubt people here share a love for spreadsheets.
Ooh. Yeah, TikTok is like, for me, I really want to get into TikTok. Our music teacher, yes, the pixel art mysteries. That's the one that one of our math teachers shared. That was part of our like informal sharing session. And she was like, let me show you all the pixel arts on the planet.
Also, if you follow TikTok and start going on there, when your students talk about it and you're like, oh yeah, I saw that, they think you're much cooler if you're with older kids that you do TikTok. So they're like, Miss, you do TikTok? And I was like, yeah. So they were impressed. So just want to connect with older students.
TikTok is crazy addicting, but they do like if you know the dances, even though I don't go on TikTok for the dances. I go for all the learning.
Right? That's my downfall. Like I don't dance. I will not do TikTok dances. However, I have been in a couple TikToks. We made some definitely corny TikToks to get like reactions from our kids. But yeah, start by following the people around you and then follow the people that they follow. And then you'll just start getting bombarded with things. Like what did I followed someone last night because I was looking for TikTok people. I probably can't do this on here. I probably have to do this from my phone. Who is this chick? The crazy creative teacher on TikTok. Her fidget cart was kind of amazing.
I also feel like on TikTok, people use their teaching platforms to promote like and have you buy stuff, whereas on Twitter, a lot of the stuff is free.
Mm-hmm.
It's like weird, but that's what I found.
I feel so. I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about Instagram. I stuck with Twitter because it was always free. Like that was always my like. They'd send out the Google link. They'd be like, "Here you go. Here's the link to do this. Here's how you make this happen." But like, where is this? Where is this? Where is her freaking cart? This one actually, I kind of dug this. Let me do sound. We'll do just that. Like this lady, I just started following her last night. Some of her stuff cracks me up.
I got my fidget trolley, my fidget cart from IKEA. I actually got this a couple of years ago. They still make this cart, but they do not make it in this color anymore. They do sell a very similar cart at Michael's craft store. It is not nearly the same quality. It is not as big, and honestly, it's just not as good. Since I'm showing you one of my favorite IKEA finds, I thought I would show you one of my other favorite IKEA purchases. This is the Tollsby frame. I want to say it's $1 or $1.50. It comes like
I want those frames. We had something similar a couple of years ago, but they broke in my coworker's classroom. But she like her fidget cart was like blowing my mind, and she walked through her whole system for managing it under COVID and how she keeps it safe and sanitized. She teaches middle school, and she's pretty she's good. She's a good one. If you're a middle school teacher, you're a good one. But I've definitely found TikTok hard to get into. So at Learning with Heidi, I'm about to follow. Ooh, the science of reading. Hello. Free curriculum. Oh, the Bitmoji group. Yep. Each outside the box. I'm literally just on here adding people. Yeah, and I reinforce y'all, like, feel free to go if you've like, you're like, oh, I got the spreadsheet, that's all I need. And you want to go somewhere else, make that happen. What am I looking for? Teach outside the box. If there's any math teachers on here, I probably have like a ton of math things. I tried to limit my math content because as much as I'm a science teacher, I mostly have math people and math things. They don't have as much for science. So if anyone has good leads on science, I'm totally open to that. And if you need math leads, I have them. Also, if there's like any good hashtags out there. Like I've one of my hashtags that I follow is hashtag WODB, which one doesn't belong, which is literally just a collection of which one doesn't belong activities. But again, they're all math world things. There's like hashtag connecting reps. Amen to board teachers.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, sweetheart. Have a great weekend, honey.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna just start casing things out. Who on here? At Learning with Heidi. I think I just followed her on my phone.
Yeah, I put those ones on TikTok because, my kids are young, so they're learning how to read. So I like a lot of her stuff that she sends for like early childhood, for like pre-K to learning reading stuff.
Well, see, and I like educating myself about, because even when they're in middle school, some of like the gaps that our kids have that are their obstacles to reading fluently, a lot of it goes back, like it goes back.
Yeah, I'm a secondary English teacher. I like have no idea how like reading works to like those formative years. Like I don't understand how that.
Right. And then we're trying to repair it at our level without knowing what the foundational components were. And we're like, well, I don't get it. Especially since I feel like for our RTI, a lot of the time, like phonemic awareness is a big one, right? I'm curious, like, I want to know.
If you're just getting started with the science of reading, I recommend starting with these 2 books. This one is a super easy read. I love these little checkpoints along the way. This is another great read. It's mostly about phonemic awareness and orthographic mapping. I love the 1-minute activities at the end. If you're just getting started with the science of reading, I recommend starting with these 2 books.
That's what I don't like about TikTok. I don't like that it loops. I hate looping. Yeah, this is cool stuff. Yeah, I've heard, so teacher TikTok, the hashtag, teacher, hashtag teacher talk. Hashtag, it's giving me ads. Here you go. Here's the direct link if anyone, I'm sorry, people have like popped in. So if you just popped in. So here, this is where I get like, this is where I'm confused because I searched for the hashtag, but what I'm getting is people.
I feel like
TikTok's not really made for the computer, so it's like weird.
Yeah, when you look on your computer, it pulls people up. It's on your phone. You would want to look at for the hashtags.
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. I can make that work. I just got to switch devices. And hopefully it won't ask me to update permissions.
Ditch That Textbook is also on, he's on TikTok now too.
Come on, screen mirroring. And MacBook. All right, magical. So here I am on TikTok. Actually, I'm curious. I wonder. Oh, so here we go. This might be the money right here. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. Oh, what the heck? See, and some of this is just like a crapshoot almost. I'm just like guessing. Just guessing. Again, science is my jam, but I struggle to find really good science people to follow.
Thank you. Are you fixing my boo-boo for me? It's really nice. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's all the same person. Ew. Hello. Okay, let's just do that. How about New York State Science Learning Standards? Eh? See, this is what this person I like. They look like they're just sharing out stuff from their classroom, which is what I love. Ooh, I have that microscope. Yes. Sure, why not? Why not? We'll see if I yield anything good here. Which one doesn't belong?
It's not necessarily a teacher, but people like that Hank Green on TikTok. And I also follow a guy called Distilled Science. I don't know. I'm just randomly coming up on people trying to check. Oh, his name is Distilled Science. I don't know about a hashtag, but that's his name.
Yep, I just realized that. If you're not like super social media savvy, like the hashtag is like the topic search kind of versus the person search. I'm all about upper school. I don't discriminate between middle school and high school. Anything that happens at high school, I can bring down to middle school teacher. I mean, on Instagram, literally about the only things I follow are like science memes, which I am very open to. Like, I want to use them, but I think I can only use them if I go back to high school, because some of them are like not entirely appropriate for middle school. Did I spell it right, Charlie? I've got them in here, but
Are you on TikTok or Instagram?
What is TikTok? Nope, somehow I get back into Instagram. See, I use them so rarely, I don't know. There he is. If only because like even I just videos and things in class. So yeah, so let me stop sharing from here and let me aspire. If you're interested in hopping on like any of these platforms, you know, it's going to be a little, I'll see if I can't do it. If I'm like doing Twitter for the first time, I haven't gotten on. How do I even sign out of Twitter? I also don't use Twitter from my computer most of the time. So let me log out.
Hey Liz, just a quick heads up. We have about 7 minutes left.
Thank you. So pretty much like if you are brand new to like any of the social medias, I use most of my social media on my phone. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all play nice with your desktop. TikTok is really phone based. It does not play nice with a regular computer. but Twitter is definitely works well on either one. Instagram works well on either one. Facebook works well on either one. So for any of them, you can just go to, twitter.com, Instagram, and then you just sign up. All you need, I use the same handle for everything. Unfortunately, I created my social media handle for Twitter before I was using it professionally, which is why it is weird. It's actually a video game reference. So that's why my Twitter handle makes no sense. But if you're creating a professional one, which is what I recommend, if you're creating one, I'd make one to be professional only. I would not make one. If you want to do just a social one, create it separately from your professional one. But you can make it something that, is recognizable. I might do misdone. Whatever. I might do misdone 32. 32 is the number I always use to make sure I'm available. And then I guess Twitter asks for a phone number. You can use your email instead. I would pair it with a personal email, not with your district. I definitely pair it with a personal email. But I can't use this one because I've already used it. However, I have about 20 different email addresses that I could certainly put in here. And then pretty much once you put that in, you're good to go. You are on and able to start following, tweeting, retweeting. Let me do this from my phone because my phone is where I'm far more comfortable. Yep, mirror. Why? You just connected to the MacBook. You should be able to connect. So when you're using Twitter, at least from your phone or from anywhere really, but Twitter works under the position that you can either post original content through a tweet. I can't post that. That's not actually mine to post. I don't know. You can post your original content. You are limited at this point to, what are we at, 260 characters? So you can do images, I think up to 4 images, text up to 260 characters. You can tag people, if I wanted to, I'm gonna tag Elena. Teaching people about Twitter. I can tag Elena in it. This will make sure that she sees it. And I have now put that out to the Twitter world. My tweet was sent, yay. So it's now out there for the world and Elena will get a notification about it. In normal years, I tweet about my classroom. I tweet out activities that we're doing. I tweet out photos of my students doing things. There's actually a teacher in the city of Rochester that I've been following, and I don't even know if she's here, but I'm gonna give her a shout out because following her classroom makes me really happy. I just have to see if I can remember what her Twitter handle is. This is her.
Gosh, Liz, I was gonna do the same thing. She's so great.
Following her classroom is a joy.
Yes.
So she's an RCSD teacher.
She followed me too, and I love her. She's so
right? She's phenomenal.
yeah.
So, this is an RCSD teacher. Watching her teach and work with her kids is just a joy.
Yeah.
Even in a pandemic year, her relationships, the things that she does with them, they're a treat. So I can't, I just like everything she tweets because it makes me happy.
I love when she tweets about things that her students say or responses to prompts that she puts out there. They're just so hilarious.
Yeah.
She's great.
We don't, a lot of us follow paid bloggers or I guess the EDU celebrities or people who are not necessarily in the classroom. Because a lot of times they put out a lot of great resources, but it's a lot more enriching if you can find the educators, the teachers in the room doing the work, because they put out incredible content also. And when we are back, in person or however, it's always encouraged on Twitter to put yourself out there, because even though you might not think what you're doing is that groundbreaking or that impressive, like someone always is going to take something away from your classroom and enjoy it or find value in it. So I haven't done much of it this year. Other years I put a lot more out from my classroom, especially when I teach
I
science.
think too, if your school has a Twitter or any of the social media, if you post something, a lot of times they'll reshare. And if you follow like admin and CO people in the city, a lot of times too, like if I'm in the literacy department, like they'll share what teachers are doing.
Yeah, and every school in the city does have, they all have Twitter, they all have a Facebook. I believe many of them have an Instagram. The Instagram is a little more optional, but like most of them, I think they're all standardized to be at RCSD, and then like either school number, or for the high schools and middle schools, it'll be like at RCSD Franklin, at RCSD, I think World of Inquiries, WOIS. Is that right, Gabby? Was inquiry that? And then like elementary schools are school blah.
Yeah, I think World Event, it's at Griffin's WIS. I used to manage it, but I don't anymore. 'Cause I'm not there anymore. At Griffin's, yeah, at Griffin's
I'll
WIS.
get away with that. They standardized all of the handles last year.
I don't know.
Like, nope, we're all going to be at RCSD. But yeah, that's just kind of, I have stuff. Look, I got what I wanted out of this session, folks. I now have a list of people, and I have an in on TikTok and Instagram, which is what I was looking for from this. But with that, it is 10:45, which means you got a 5-minute break. If you need the link to the session board, this is that link. And I'm gonna